Most people think financial danger arrives with noise. They imagine missed rent, a sudden layoff, a credit card maxed out overnight. But money almost never leaves that way. Money leaves quietly. Imagine this scenario again, but slow it down. You wake up at 3 in the morning. You hear a sound, not loud enough to panic, but enough to pull you out of sleep. You walk into your living room and see a stranger standing there. He's not frantic. He's not aggressive. He isn't stealing valuables. He opens your wallet, removes $20, places it neatly into his pocket. Then he opens your refrigerator and eats food worth a few dollars. Then he sits at your desk, opens your laptop, and transfers $15 from your bank account to his. No alarms, no mess, no confrontation. And then he leaves. Now imagine this doesn't happen once. It happens every night. You don't need a finance degree to know this would be catastrophic. You would call the police immediately. You would change your locks. You would install cameras. You would tell everyone you know. You would act because the threat is visible. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Financially, this is happening to you right now. The only difference is the intruder doesn't have a face. Instead, it's a network of automated charges, silent fees, forgotten subscriptions, loyalty penalties, convenience markups, and frictionless spending systems that operate below your emotional radar. On Winning Parade, we focus on the part of money most people never look at. Not how to earn more, but how to stop hemorrhaging what you already earn. Because no amount of income fixes leaks you refuse to see. Let's talk numbers. Studies consistently show that the average person believes they spend around $50 per month on subscriptions. When researchers actually audit bank statements, the real number is often 4 to 5 times higher. Why? Not stupidity, not irresponsibility, design. These charges are engineered to feel insignificant. $9.99 doesn't trigger pain. $4.99 feels invisible. A $12 fee feels normal. Your brain filters them out as background noise, but background noise still drains energy. 10 forgotten subscriptions at $10 each is $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. That's money that could have built an emergency fund. That's money that could have reduced debt. That's money that could have bought time. Before continuing, I want you to do something uncomfortable, but necessary. Open your bank statement. Look at the last 30 days, and don't skim. Slow down. Every charge that didn't require a conscious decision in that moment gets flagged. Subscriptions, auto-renewals, memberships, fees, digital services. Not just entertainment. The gym membership you stopped using after February. The productivity app you tried for 3 days in 2023. The cloud storage tier you upgraded once and forgot to downgrade. The software for a hobby you no longer practice. The insurance policy you set up years ago and never requoted. Add them up. Most people experience a quiet shock at this stage, not because they're reckless spenders, but because they've been operating without visibility. If this exercise already changed how you see your money, pause and save this video. This isn't motivation, it's a reference tool. Now let's talk about why this problem exploded in the last decade. The economy shifted from ownership to usership. You used to buy things once. Now you rent everything forever. Music, movies, software, fitness, transportation, even basic tools. And when spending became automated, it became painless. That pain mattered. In the past, handing over physical cash created a moment of reflection. Now money leaves while you sleep. Corporations understand this deeply. They don't want you to feel the transaction. They want the transaction to disappear into the background of your life. That's why free trials exist. That's why cancellations require effort. That's why prices increase slowly. $1 here, another dollar next year. Nothing ever feels urgent enough to confront. This is called subscription fatigue. They're not betting you love the service. They're betting you forget it. Then come what we'll call gray charges. These are the most dangerous because they're attached to services you actually use. Look at your phone bill. Do you see fees that don't correspond to usage? Administrative charges, recovery fees, regulatory fees that aren't actually taxes. They advertise a $50 plan. You pay $78. The difference vanishes into complexity. Internet providers do the same. Banks do the same. Then there's the loyalty penalty. If you've stayed with the same insurance company, internet provider, or bank for years, you're likely paying more than a new customer. Not because you're riskier, because you're predictable. The system assumes you won't leave, so prices creep upward. A single comparison call can save hundreds of dollars a year. That's not extreme frugality. That's refusing to subsidize someone else's marketing budget. Now let's talk about convenience. Food delivery apps are a masterclass in frictionless spending. Menu prices inflated, service fees layered, delivery fees added, tips stacked on top. A $12 meal becomes $26. But because it happens on a screen with a stored card, it doesn't feel real. If a restaurant handed you a bill with a 100% markup, you would walk out. On an app, you tap Place Order. Do that twice a week, and you're spending over $100 a month purely on convenience. That's not food cost. That's lifestyle tax. Then there's digital clutter. Subscriptions buried in app stores. Games your child downloaded once. Tools you tested briefly. Some companies don't care if you ever use the product again. Their entire business model is built on your inattention. Your forgetfulness is their profit margin. And finally, there's the most invisible drain of all: chaos. Late fees because you forgot a due date. Overdrafts because you didn't check your balance. Duplicate purchases because you couldn't find something you already owned. Buying lunch because you didn't plan. Disorganization is expensive. Order is a financial strategy. So how do you stop this? Not with guilt, not with extreme restriction, with an audit. Choose one day. Pull 3 months of statements. Go line by line. Highlight everything recurring. If you wouldn't sign up for it again today, remove it. You're not losing access. You're reclaiming clarity. Next, add friction back into spending. Remove saved cards. Delete apps that bypass reflection. Force a pause. That pause is where better decisions live. One of the most powerful systems is a separate subscription account. Only subscriptions go there. Fixed funding. No overdraft. If something new tries to charge, it declines automatically. You don't need willpower. The system enforces discipline. This is what Winning Parade is about. Not hype, not fantasy, practical control, quiet leverage, money awareness that compounds. If this way of thinking resonates, subscribe. This channel is built for people who want real financial stability, not noise. Money doesn't disappear all at once. It leaks, and every leak you close buys you freedom. If you noticed a charge you forgot about while watching this, comment, "Found it." Awareness is where change starts. And if someone in your life always wonders where their money goes, share this with them. Sometimes the problem isn't income, it's invisibility.